All right, welcome back. Here we are again. I just wanted to clear up a few things. I posted the unboxing video of the Hoss yesterday, and I get a lot of comments, and I read every comment, and I agree. There's a few people out there that say that this Hoss, not this Hoss, but this Hoss and the Rustler this is more based off the Stampede. And I can respect that. I can see how it looks like a Stampede. To me, it's based off the Rustler. And I say that, and I thought I showcased it pretty well, why I thought it was based off the Rustler. And a lot of people disagree. They say that it's based more off the Stampede 4x4 VXL. And, you know, so I was like, man, you know, that's one RC that I don't have, you know. I looked at it. I do have Stampedes. I have two-wheel drive Stampedes. I've got a couple of them. And here's the Bigfoot edition. But on the two-wheel drive, look how skinny that chassis is. You know, this chassis is real skinny, and when I think of Stampede, I think of the old school Stampede. Wow, that bolt is literally falling out. And I've never run this, well, I ran this thing right out of the box for about 10 minutes, but definitely gonna have to fix that. But yeah, I bought both versions of this Stampede. So when it came to me seeing these, I was like, no, guys. I mean, I got the Rustler, and I'm telling you that it looks like, that's what it looks like to me, you know. This was the demo model one. I've built two of them, and I like the Rustler. I don't run them on the channel a lot, but I do run them. And I built them exactly the same, you know. This drive shaft has actually got more damage. I think I've driven this one more. I got the aluminum bell cranks in it. I got the Proline shocks in it. I got the hobby wing system in it. And I set both of them up right out of the box. I had to change steering servos, like, immediately. So, this one, I kept the VXL system in it. Added the fans because they do overheat. But this one, I've left the stock electronics, but I still changed the bell crank. I still put the Proline shocks, and I still changed the steering servo. And as you see, the bottom right here. So you see how the bell crank is up in here, and this is open? What happens is you get rocks and debris and everything pounding on your steering servo, which is right here. That's your steering servo. So by having this open, it literally cakes rocks and debris and all this stuff in here, and it damages the steering servo. So I told you guys about this piece. This is RPM. RPM makes this cover that you can cover and protect that steering. And, you know, when it came to me seeing this this Hoss, I was like, man, you know, they still have the steering up in there, but now it's all open right here. And instead of this servo being sideways where rocks and debris are pounding into it, things are kind of rolling off of it, and debris's not going to pack up in here because this is open. Bad thing about having it open is if a rock, or you jump and you land on a sharp rock right here, you're going to end up bending this link. You know, so, and this being a plastic servo horn, this area is going to have an issue, and it's just something I foresee, so I'm hoping that a cover comes out for that. But that's not the reason for this video. The reason for this video is why I think it's like the Rustler, and I want to show you guys why I think it's like the Rustler. So here's the Hoss body. So if you guys go out and don't want to buy a $500 Hoss, $550 Hoss, buy the body. People have bodies. And put it on your Rustler. Because guess what? My fake Hoss is now a Hoss. Now, as you see, it does fit above the chassis line. You know, it's not as low. But I feel, because the way these bodies are, and that this locking system on the inside, you can take your Rustler locking system, which is this locking system, take it out of this body, put it on this body, and I bet you it'll go right on to your Rustler 4x4. So if I took this bumper, put that bumper over here, took the rear bumpers, put them over here, even though I don't think you need to on the rear, because as you see, it fits really well in the back with this bumper and stuff. But on impacts, you see how it's flexing the body right there? But I just wanted to show that they came out with the Hoss, and it's supposed to be above this, above your Rustler, and below the Max. But in theory, it's the exact same size as a Rustler 4x4. So this body, because it's so low in the front, I really have to watch. I'll squeeze it on here for you guys, because I already did this once. You can squeeze this body in there. The problem is the mounts are so low that, you know, it smushes it down in the front and the rear. So the back body mount is just too low to get it clasped. And you can see how low it is. So I can't get this locked because I don't want to force it underneath that bracket. But the brackets on the Hoss are much lower. So you can see right here, look how big and tall that bracket is versus how low and tight this bracket is. And not much goes in. Look at how far they've extended this. They've actually, this you see, it's chopped off. It's chopped off right here. That's the same amount with the same little grooves. Let me see if I can do this. Right here. That's the same as up here. And instead of them cutting it, they've extended this. So on the Hoss, this bracket on a crash most likely isn't going to pop out like this did. So they made a huge change when it came to extending this, so that hopefully this body won't pop off, because this is where it would pop off on a front end impact. This little part right here would literally pop out of the groove that's right in here. It only sits in there a little bit. Where now, with the new one, if you get the new body, this bracket sits way out to here. So on a crash, it's not going to pop the body off anymore, which is, I think, awesome. It's a change I haven't seen anybody talk about on how long that is. And then I haven't seen anybody say, hey, let me try to put this body on my Rustler 4x4. Because guess what? It fits. And I would definitely rock the body like that on my Rustler. So buy a body, buy the wheels, transfer them onto your modified Rustler 4x4. Because we've all modified these Rustler 4x4s to the extreme. Because they had, weak steering servos, we put belt cranks, we put special electronics, we already changed out the cheap shocks that were on it. We put awesome wheelie bars on it with the Traxxas wheels. And, we have a lot of money into them. I think I have $800 to $1,000 into these, into this Rustler 4x4. And it worked pretty good. Now, this does have the big motor. And if you want the big motor, buy the motor. Put it in your Rustler. Raise up your Rustler. this chassis, I don't want to have to deal with this steering here. I know that this is going to be a weak point. And I know that the way I have my Rustler set up right now, I don't have those issues. So it's just an option for you guys. I mean, if you don't have a Rustler 4x4 and you have the Stampede, I can't speak on the Stampede because the Stampedes I have are 2-wheel drive. I don't have a 4x4 Stampede. So, a couple of times I was going to go buy it, but it's like the cost of that Stampede, you know, for the money, I was like, I've already got the Rustlers, I've already got the 2-wheel drive, you know, I've already got the E-Revo, I've got the Maxes, I got 2 of them. I just don't have a, you know, 4x4 Stampede. So if you guys want to see me buy a 4-wheel drive Stampede, let me know. But for me, it's like, I feel that just throwing on the wheels, throwing on the body, and this is why I keep comparing this to my Rustler, because it's the same darn RC. I do like them fixing the body locking system, putting these big washers. I do like how they've extended it into, they've extended it so far in here. Look how far this thing sticks out now. You know, that's awesome. You know, we're not going to have issues with this body popping off. And this thing drives me crazy because when I crash, this little nub thing pops out and then it folds this, and this thing just, it ends up coming off and your body's flapping down the road, and then you're going over there and picking it up. And that gets irritating. And this one's hard to install. You know, because it's so low in the front, you literally got to line it up. You got to flare out the sides. You got to take the front, you got to squish it down with your thumb, slide it forward, get the back on, lock it. It takes 2 hands to put on this body. It's harder than my X-Max. It's harder than the Max. This being so low, and the way this body is, being so low and so tight to that front, this pops out very easily. Now, I don't think I'll have to do it. So, there we go, guys. Just something I wanted to share with you guys. If you do have a Rustler 4x4, maybe buy the wheels, buy the body. And then I think you're going to get the same driving experience. So, I mean, if you really want to get up as high as this wheelie bar is, because this wheelie bar hits a lot lower, buy the longer wheelie bar. I mean, honestly, look at this. Look at the difference between the wheelie bars. Here, let me move this forward more so you guys can actually see it. So this wheelie bar is tucked in almost straight back. This one has got a big kick up on it, and it's coming a lot farther back than this one. I want to say at least 1.5 inches back farther, and it's up high, which can really get you up. And then when you hit that brake, get that bunny hop, or ollie if you're talking skateboard. Bunny hop if you're talking bicycle, but because this has 4 wheels, like RC Guy Garage says, it's an ollie. Has 4 wheels. So there you go. I do like the body on this Rustler. It gives it that taller look compared to the Hoss I just bought. We still haven't run it yet. We're gonna run it here very soon. I just wanted to show that if you want to buy the body, go buy the body. You know, it does fit on your Rustler. So, and for me, I would probably transfer over this inside bracket and use these washers to remount that down so that that the body's tucked down lower. I like the body up higher. It kind of looks like a body lift kit on a truck, because you can do a suspension lift or a body lift. And by buying this Hoss body and putting it on here, you're doing a body lift. Running the factory Rustler 4x4 body, you're getting that low profile body. So I don't mind doing a body lift on it. I think it looks pretty cool on my Rustler. But there you go. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the Hoss fitting onto the Rustler. Like I always said, it reminds me of a Rustler, and I'm going to continue to say it reminds me of a Rustler because that's the platform I have. And the bodies interchange, which is great news. That's the great thing about Traxxas. Everything interchanges. So is this really a different RC, or is this some sort of conspiracy that they changed up a chassis design, throwing all the parts that we can build out of our Rustler? You can make anything Traxxas makes for a lot less. So I don't know how much these bodies are going to be. I haven't priced them out. I'm assuming they're going to be around $100, but $100 sure is cheaper than $550 in my opinion, if you love that body, because I actually like that body. So there we go, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see you on my next video. Thanks for watching.